Okay.
All right.
This is Lanzer from Gaia Online. Most of you know him.
Yes.
Why don't you describe what you do and
Okay.
stuff like that?
Okay. My name's Lanzer. I started the site Gaia Online along with a few friends of mine who are terrific artists. Together, we originally wanted to make an anime community that's better looking than any other websites out there. Knowing that we have a great team of artists, we want to make a site that's good looking and at the same time actually fun to use. So we started thinking of gaming related ideas such as character creation, much like an MMORPG. We think that having the ability to have an alter ego or a character that represents yourself in a community is extremely fun and exciting. We got really excited over the idea that we kept brainstorming that night till 5 a.m. in the morning. And the very next day, I hopped straight to my computer and started programming for the site. After 4 months of sleepless night, finally finished with the very rudimentary version of Gaia. And we opened at February of 2003. From that point on, the site just kept on growing to where it is today.
Indeed it has. Okay, so many people are afraid that Gaia is going to become MySpace or something like that. What do you have to say about something like that?
Well, Gaia in itself is a world. It's never like a service or never like a social networking tool. And we focus mainly to be a free and fun site. More like a hangout, more like a place for you to do many things. Not a site with 1 or 2 tools, etc. So we'll never lean towards that direction of being like a mainstream site where everything goes, as opposed to we're providing everyone with an anime or artistically interesting environment to hang out in.
Well, that's great. Okay, let's see. Kind of blanking out here.
Take your time.
Well, I'm glad to see that the site has updated its security fixings since 2003, because one, we had like 2 hacks, I believe, and I was actually able to pull your information, like your cell phone number and all, even your Yahoo ID from off the site. So, since when did you guys start, and how often do you guys update the security settings?
Security is always a big concern for us. Right now we have many teams to take care of things like features and various other services, and one of which is on the back end. While we focus on performance, at the same time we focus on security. It's always been a major concern, and of course the tough part is there's 100 ways to hack into the site, and
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. And although we try to eliminate as many of the hacks or exploits as possible, once in a while there will be something that we oversee, and the only thing that we can do is to keep an eye out for anything abnormal and shut off the exploit or hack as soon as possible. That's all that we can do.
There was a botting site that I actually reported, and within 2 days that went down.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty surprised.
Yeah, fortunate enough for us, we have so many moderators on the site that help us out, and everyone in the moderator group are just so active that it is very, very easy for us as a group to find out anything abnormal or anything such as people stealing gold from botting.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty easy to find those out.
Okay, well, there are some other issues that people are wondering about. There was a scandal that went about, I'm not so sure on the time, but it was fairly recent, fairly long ago, that people were worried that the admins were letting people become mods because of how they felt towards them, if they were their friends. What do you have to say about something like that?
Well, mods always get nominated through a mod nomination process. Basically, the list of moderators or nominees are from all the existing moderators, and at the same time, after the nomination process, we as administrators then personally look through all the nominators to make sure that they are in fact good contributors to the site, people that are caring, that are mature, and at the same time we make sure that we don't play any sort of like favoritism.
Okay. Well,
Towards the selection.
that's great. Okay.
Yep. On the near future, though, we actually will implement more and more tools to allow regular users to reach the point of being a moderator without having to wait for a nomination.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Still working.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that little vote button that we used to have?
Oh, the vote button. Well, the vote button was like the raw concept of the avatar arena. Think about it.
Yeah.
People see a good avatar, they vote on it. But the thing is that it exists inside the forum, which isn't exactly the right place for choosing your favorite avatar. So in turns, we create the avatar arena.
Well, about the avatar arena, that people
Yeah.
are kind of getting a bit flustered and everything like that because all the popular people, they're the ones that are winning the stuff. So, plus, I honestly don't know what the prizes are if there are any.
Oh.
I've never won, so I really don't know. The highest I've ever gotten was like the 9th ranking.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, like, so what do you have to say about something like popular people just getting to the top all the time?
Well, a lot of it is, number one, we do run some filters to prevent, let's just say, people who run around like voting other people down and voting like one specific person up, etc. But at the same time, it's, I guess, kind of like the real life at times. When it is a scene where everyone votes, some people might get a little bit of favoritism for being like popular people on the site, but at the same time, I do believe that because there are so many people voting, that the more popular people doesn't get too much of an edge. And we try to do a lot of things like internally to help skew the balance a little bit, but we do think that there are still a lot of people that stand out from the top 10 that are not popular at all.
That's sometimes true. Okay. I'm blank again.
Take your time.
That was a question I was formulating right in my head. When's the next time do you think you'll be possibly getting a next mod update?
Mod update through nomination. We try to have it happen every month and a half.
A month and a half? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we get busy and you might get delayed to 2 months. But every round we bring in about 15, and ideally we want around 25 moderators per nomination. And with more moderators on the site, we will be able to get more moderators every nomination. And for now we'll be growing like that, but pretty soon we will be more proactively finding members on the site to be moderators also.
Oh, that's great. I mean, because there are a lot of people who really do try to help.
Absolutely, and I really want to give those people a chance.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here's a little bit more of a user question.
Sure.
Originally, Gaia Online was thought of to be a role-playing site, and that was actually in the description, an anime, role-playing, stuff like that. Nowadays, role-playing, people are afraid that it's dying off inside Gaia.
Well, it's not that it's dying off, but kind of like the fact that when we first began, we thought we'll make an anime site. But very soon we noticed that people that are actually interested in talking about anime is just a very small portion of the average Gaia user. And same thing with role-playing. there are a lot of role-playing people on the site, though it counts for less than half the people on the site. So, if we say role-playing, then people would ask, what about me who doesn't go on Gaia to role-play? And we figured that we want something that more encompasses everyone, as opposed to saying that we're one or the other. We'll still always have role-playing, and that's why we're making the battle system for everyone.
And
Yep.
A lot of people are also worried about the guy losing its fantasy element.
Well, definitely not.
A lot of people are worried about like we get threads all the time in the site feedback like, Gaia needs fantasy, where's the fantasy, and stuff like that.
Well, with the battle system, that's a good start, and we'll be adding more towns too. It's just that we've been pushing for a lot of what we consider as core features for the site. So, but at the same time, we've been really proactively getting more help to help carry through stuff like the storyline, stuff like the world map, to make Gaia more of a world than a service.
Now, this is actually one of the people that were actually on the panel yesterday.
Yes.
Can you say your name and what you do?
Well, my name is Bars, but online on Gaia I go by Subgenic, and what I do is, right now I'm working on fixing a lot of the bugs on the site and getting it stable. And then I'm also working on the UI and hoping to add some Web 2.0 features to the website.
Okay, a few people are concerned about the new profiles. One, because apparently there was a profile that was reported because it had a certain picture, like it was abusing the naked glitch, and it was like gay mods and it's like, and when I reported it and I got the answer back from the moderator, it was like, I'm going to be giving this to the admins. It's like, so there was nothing implemented? That was the question that was running through my mind.
Yeah, I think one of the problem with the initial profile system was that we lacked the appropriate moderator tool. The 2-bit that was working on it wanted to release the feature to get some initial feedback first, and as we get the feedback that we need, we're actually on the background working with moderators in building the moderator tools. In fact, Mars here just helped us build some moderator tools for the profile system, and it should be released next week.
And what would those be, if you can tell us?
I'm hoping to push that code sometime early next week.
And what would these tools be, if you can tell us that?
We'll announce it officially through the forums.
Okay.
It includes the basic ability to disable someone's profile,
Okay.
which is definitely essential when there's anything.
Okay. Okay. Seriously, have you ever heard of a tag, or do you even look inside the GCD?
I'm sorry?
Do you look inside the GCD, or have you even heard of a tag before, or anything like that?
Well, I haven't been to it recently, but what's your question? Sorry?
Okay. Have you been to the GCD recently?
No.
No. You?
No.
Okay. So you haven't ever heard of a tag before?
Tag? No.
People talking about Gaia, online podcast.
Oh, Patag. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Okay. So that was the thing.
Okay.
Did Bo tell you anything about that?
Huh? No, but Locke did. we all listen to it.
You all listen to the tag. So you probably know who I am then.
Oh.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so you've heard our little British crazy man.
No. Sorry, remember.
I don't know. He's the one who hosts all the shows.
Yeah.
Brad Head that hosts all the shows. The Tag is a podcast, and it's OMG, it's the Tag. Oh my goodness, it's those special people talking about Gaia.
Okay.
And pretty much exactly what it is right there in a nutshell.
Okay. And is it video podcast or just a podcast?
It's normally just a podcast. This is actually our very first video podcast.
Oh, wow, that's great.
So you guys are like the special thing now.
Oh, okay.
That's great. I'm so glad you're getting into video podcasting right now because a year from now, when you have 50,000 more players in that space, it's going to be very difficult to get into. And now is definitely the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't there another one?
Gcast? That actually went down.
Oh, okay. I'm getting mixed up.
We actually have a website now. It's omgthetag.com. We seriously need to update it. We're only on episode 25 on the site, but we've actually made it to episode 20. Wait, we're only on episode 22 on the site, but we're actually up to episode 25. This will be episode 26.
Okay.
Hey, that's like our colleague thing.
So it's omg.thetag.
No, omgthetag.com.
Okay, got it. So just one word. Got it.
Okay. Well, I gotta check it out.
And we also have the chat room in there too.
Yeah, well, the chat room slowly died off because we went on a slight hiatus because GaiaCast and everything. It was just like a total thing. And GaiaCast is pretty much down now since the person who was hosting that has their house kind of got burned down by the computer.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of issues with that.
Yeah, of course. When Locke showed me, that was a few months back. Oh,
Yeah.
this is Nora.
Nora?
Is that it?
Norbu? Tatsumi.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to finally meet you.
How are you doing?
When I was a guy helper, she was like one of the only people that could calm me down. Well,
I'm Nina. Hi, nice
hey,
to meet you.
wait. Shit. I didn't know you were coming.
No, I didn't really make a big deal about it.
Shit.
Annalina's a ninja like that.
Yeah. This is actually the person who made me a guy helper.
Yeah.
And this would be... Has anyone seen Nenya?
She was around yesterday. She had a silver wig on.
She should be here today dressed up as Orhime because she and I were supposed to do this
She's
together.
usually with her boyfriend. He's hard to miss. He's a very big guy.
Gotcha. So, looks like we got some mods here as well. Have you guys ever heard of Patag?
What?
Patag.
It's a GTV thing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much. I think I prefer my pictures not being GTV. Yeah.
So,
Well, I definitely need to check it out when I get back.
well, we hope you do. So, thank you for this, and
You're welcome.
we hope you have a good time back home. Well, wait, what do the admins do in their spare time, if they have any?
Sleep.
Read. Pick a good book now and then. Yeah,
That's good.
That's all I have time for these days.
So is it true that you actually sleep by your computer?
Yes.
And how often is that?
Well, I'm getting more sleep nowadays, which is good. But yeah, it used to be every other night. It's either on my desk or under it. I'm getting more time to sleep on my bed.
That's good.
Getting a lot of help from everyone, including Jacob and Lars.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for this interview.
Thank you.